it does not automatically make them a winner. What happened this year with the Chargers was a very good example, and it would have happened also with the Bengals. Over the course of 16 games, neither one of those franchises would have made the playoffs because Trevor Lawrence doesn't change who the head coach is. Trevor Lawrence doesn't change the lack of positional talent. Trevor Lawrence cannot build the roster, and so that part of it is out of his control, and you have to marry both to truly be a winner. So does Trevor Lawrence guarantee Super Bowls? Of course not. He doesn't even guarantee playoff appearances. We've seen great quarterbacks go to terrible situations, and they just simply can't overcome how bad it is around them. Now, you might want to bring up a David Carr, and he goes to the expansion Texans, and he's a disaster. He's serviceable, but from a career standpoint, it's obviously a disappointment, and he's kind of never quite what he probably should have been. Let me tell you this. David Carr isn't in the same realm as Trevor Lawrence, okay? No disrespect to David Carr. He was a very good quarterback coming out of school. He was not the prospect that Trevor Lawrence is. Lawrence is greater at just about everything than Carr was, okay? So that's not a fair comparison. Maybe you could go back to Archie Manning in the 70s and 80s with the New Orleans Saints, because Archie coming out of college was kind of a slam dunk, can't miss. This guy's going to be in the Pro Bowl every single year and going to be in the playoffs every single year. That'd be a closer comp, but I don't really know if there's a modern comp to a guy that has everything, like Trevor Lawrence, from a physical and an emotional and a maturity standpoint, and then can't even be a playoff team. I mean, even Andrew Luck, you might say, well, how about Luck going to the Colts? The Colts made an AFC championship game. They made the playoffs multiple times. He had great playoff moments. He just retired early because, yes, they built a poorly constructed team around him. But there's really not many examples of a guy that is a slam dunk number one pick coming out of school, going into the NFL, and then just being like, oh, God. Like, don't bring up Tim Couch, because Tim Couch was an air raid, I don't want to say gimmicky, but a non-traditional quarterback who was short, who was slender, and was built around an offense that threw 60 times a game in college. I mean, Mike Leach was his offensive coordinator. That's not Trevor Lawrence. That was not a true pro-style quarterback. So there's been number one picks who have been busts. I mean, look at Jamarcus Russell. But again, Jamarcus Russell wasn't half the prospect that Trevor Lawrence is. My short answer is Trevor Lawrence does immediately transform the Jacksonville Jaguars now that he is declared.